Every piece of old camping gear tells a story. That worn backpack, it remembers the mountains it has climbed and the trails it has conquered. That trusty tent, it has stood strong against wind and rain, providing shelter when you needed it most. This isn't just stuff. It's a collection of your adventures, your challenges, and your triumphs. These items have a spirit, a history, etched into every scuff and faded patch. Keeping them in good shape is about more than just saving money. It's about honoring those memories and, preparing for the new ones you're going to make. These tools have proven they can handle the wild. So don't be so quick to throw away that old equipment for the newest shiny model. Modern gear is great, but there's a certain toughness and reliability in vintage kit. It was built to last, often with simpler, stronger materials. When you take the time to care for it, you build a deeper connection with your gear. You learn its strengths and its weaknesses. This knowledge is crucial when you're out in the wilderness, miles from anywhere. Understanding how to fix your own shelter or get your stove running is a fundamental survival skill. Your old gear is your partner in adventure, a silent companion on your journey. Think of it like this. Every time you patch a hole or clean off the mud, you're adding to its legacy. You're becoming part of its story. This gear has seen you at your best and perhaps at your most challenged. It has kept you warm, dry, and safe. Giving it a new lease on life means you're preparing it to do the same for many more years, maybe even for the next generation of adventurers in your family. A little bit of effort now ensures that these reliable tools will be ready to go whenever the call of the wild beckons you. That's a powerful thing. So, before you head out on your next expedition, take a look at the gear you already have. Pull it out from the garage or the attic. See the potential, not just the dust. Feel the history in the worn leather straps and the seasoned fabric. We're going to breathe new life into these trusted companions. It's a rewarding process that will make you a more capable and self-reliant outdoors person. With the right care, this vintage equipment won't just survive, it will thrive, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead on your next great adventure. First things first, let's get everything clean. You can't see the damage if it's hiding under a layer of dirt and grime. For your tent, set it up in the backyard. Use a soft sponge or cloth with some gentle, non-detergent soap and cool water. Never use harsh chemicals or a pressure washer, as they can destroy the waterproof coating. Scrub away the mud and dirt, paying close attention to the zippers and seams. Once it's clean, rinse it thoroughly with a hose. The goal is to remove the grime without damaging the fabric's protective layers. A clean tent is a happy tent. Sleeping bags need a different approach. Check the care label first, as it will have specific instructions. Most synthetic and down bags can be washed in a large, front-loading washing machine on a gentle cycle with cool water. Use a special soap designed for sleeping bags to protect the delicate insulation. Don't use a top-loading machine with an agitator, as it can rip the baffles inside. If you don't have the right machine, you can always wash it by hand in a bathtub. It takes more effort, but it's the safest way to ensure your bag stays fluffy and warm for those cold nights under the stars. Now, for the hard gear. Your old camp stove might be covered in soot and spilled food. Disassemble it as much as you're comfortable with. Use a stiff brush and some degreaser to scrub the metal parts. A small wire brush or even a pin can be used to clear any blockages in the fuel jet. A common problem that stops stoves from working properly. For your backpack, empty all the pockets. You'd be amazed what you find. Then use a cloth and soapy water to wipe down the inside and outside. For tough stains, a soft bristled brush can work wonders. After everything is clean, drying is the most critical step. Never ever pack away damp gear. Your tent should be left set up in the shade or a well-ventilated area until it is completely dry, inside and out. Turn it upside down to make sure the floor dries too. Lay your sleeping bag flat or hang it over a line, but avoid direct sunlight, which can degrade the fabric. Your backpack should be hung up with all the pockets open to allow air to circulate freely. Proper drying prevents mildew and mold, the silent killers of good camping equipment. Once your gear is clean, it's time to inspect it like a true survivor. Lay your tent out and look for any small rips or holes in the fabric and mesh. Check every seam to make sure the stitching is tight and the seam tape is not peeling away. For small tears, a tenacious tape patch or a special tent repair patch is your best friend. Just clean the area, cut a patch with rounded corners, and press it firmly on both sides of the hole. For peeling seams, you can apply a new layer of seam sealer. This simple fix can be the difference between a dry night and a miserable wet one. Your sleeping bag is your lifeline in cold weather, so check it carefully. Look for any rips in the shell or lining, and check for any spots where the insulation feels thin or clumpy. Small tears can be fixed with a nylon repair patch, just like with a tent. If a seam has come undone, you can sew it up with a sturdy needle and thread. Pay special attention to the zipper. Clean it with a toothbrush to remove any grit, and if it's sticking, rub a bit of candle wax or a zipper lubricant along the teeth to get it running smoothly again. A functioning zipper is essential for trapping that vital body heat. Backpacks carry your entire world on your back, so they need to be bomb-proof. Inspect all the straps and buckles. Look for any fraying on the webbing where it connects to the pack. These are high-stress areas. If you see any loose threads, you can often stop them from unraveling further by carefully melting the end with a lighter. Test every buckle to make sure it clicks securely and releases properly. A broken buckle can be a disaster on the trail, but they're often easy to replace. Most outdoor stores sell replacement buckles that you can thread onto the straps without any sewing. Finally, let's look at your stove. After cleaning it, reassemble it and test it outside, away from anything flammable. Check all the connections for fuel leaks. You can do this by applying soapy water to the joints. If bubbles form, you have a leak that needs to be fixed. Make sure it lights properly and burns with a strong blue flame. If the flame is yellow and weak, the jet might still be partially blocked. Knowing how to maintain your stove is a critical skill. It means you can always have a hot meal and boil water to make it safe to drink no matter where you are. Proper storage is the final piece of the puzzle. It's how you ensure all your hard work pays off, and your gear is ready to deploy at a moment's notice. For your tent, once it's bone dry, fold it loosely instead of stuffing it tightly into its original small bag. A tight pack can create permanent creases that weaken the fabric and its waterproof coating over time. Store it in a larger, breathable bag, like an old pillowcase or a mesh sack. This allows air to circulate and prevents any residual moisture from turning into mold. Keep it in a cool, dry place like a closet or under a bed, not in a damp basement or a hot attic. Your sleeping bag should be treated with the same care. The compression sack it comes with is great for the trail, but it's terrible for long-term storage. Keeping a sleeping bag compressed for months will crush the insulation, whether it's down or synthetic. and it will lose its ability to keep you warm. Instead, store it in a large cotton or mesh storage sack, the kind it often comes with. If you don't have one, you can hang it in a closet. The goal is to let it stay lofty and uncompressed, so it's ready to trap warm air when you need it most. For your hard gear like stoves and cookware, make sure they are completely clean and dry to prevent rust. If your stove has any rubber O-rings or seals, check that they aren't cracked or brittle. It's a good idea to store them in a way that protects them from dust. A simple plastic bin works well for keeping everything organized and ready to go. Storing all your cooking gear together also means you won't forget a crucial piece when you're packing for your next trip. Good organization is part of good survival preparation. Your backpack, once clean and dry, should be stored hanging from a sturdy hook or laid flat. Avoid leaving it loaded with heavy items, as this can put a continuous strain on the seams and straps over time. Keep the zippers partially open to help with air circulation. By storing each piece of your kit with care, you are respecting the tools that keep you safe in the wild. You're ensuring that when adventure calls, your gear will be in peak condition, just as tough and reliable as the day you first took it out. Now get out there and make some new memories.